All right, let's talk about maintaining your confidence, your calmness, and your authenticity despite being around narcissistic social signaling. The goal of this message is to be able to look past the public observable behaviors of toxic narcissists. This is the social signaling, which range from being annoying and obnoxious and distracting all the way to being frustratingly fake and phony with kindness as they grab ass and shake hands and smile in a way that is complete opposite of who they really are in private. The goal is to look past all that so that you can maintain your authenticity and your confidence in any given situation. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. And I have a story to share with you. I was watching a friend of mine, a female who is a fantastic performer, a singer-songwriter. She plays the guitar, and she was having an outdoor concert, and there was a lawn full of people. And suddenly, out of the middle of this crowd who was focusing and paying attention to the beautiful music coming from this girl, we hear with this loud, obnoxious voice, "That's my sister!" And I have no idea how many beers was in the person at the time, and I don't care. But the reality is the crowd kind of stopped. Some people giggled, some people looked, some people went, "Whoa." And the gal just continued to do her best to perform. And some of you might be saying, "Oh, Kev, it sounds like it was her brother. That's endearing. He was sharing how proud he is." No, it wasn't endearing. It wouldn't be endearing if it was a 5-year-old. It was kind of like a Kanye West moment, getting up on stage, telling Taylor Swift, "You know, Taylor, I'm going to let you have your moment to win your award here. But first, all eyes on me. I've got something to say here." It was kind of like that. Just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. This is the social signaling. And I want to share with you the first point that's going to help you to not acknowledge it, because these types of things, if you know the toxic narcissist who's doing these types of things can distract you even and pull you out of your authentic self and get you into a mode of isolation, of frustration, of discomfort. And we don't want to go there. So first, understand this, that just in that moment when the guy was yelling, "That's my sister," it had nothing to do with his sister. It had nothing to do with the performance. It had nothing to do with anybody else. It only had something to do with one person. Who? That's right, the narcissist. See, this is the problem with toxic abusive narcissists, is they are never thinking about anybody else. They're only thinking about how they can draw attention to themselves at that moment. So how do you use this? You understand that if you are around social signaling, understand that it's not aimed at you. It's not an attempt to make you be quiet. It's not an attempt to make you feel uncomfortable. Their only goal is to supply themselves, to get eyes on them, to feel alive in the moment. And they're just trying to grab attention. They're attention grabbing. And so I want you to be able to understand that and be able to say that to yourself. They're attention grabbing. That way you can detach yourself from them. Detach yourself from that situation in order to maintain your confidence and your authenticity. Remind yourself that has nothing to do with me. Repeat after me. It has nothing to do with me. Point number 2. I'm going to go back to that situation where he yelled out, "That's my sister." Some people giggled. Some people said, "Well, man, hush down, be quiet. Come on," right? But all of them, with all of it, it just kind of faded away over time. Point number 2 is I want you to look at narcissistic social signaling as being like a fart in the wind. It's kind of like that. It's loud. It's obnoxious, right? It stinks. Some people might giggle. Some people might be completely disgusted and want to throw up in their mouth. And to most everybody around, it just leaves a bad taste in the mouth. It's like a fart in the wind. And then, but inevitably it dies down and nobody talks about it anymore because it offers no value whatsoever. It offers nothing good to the situation. Start looking at narcissistic social signaling as being that, a fart in the wind. And if you can tell yourself that, there he goes again. There he goes, Mr. Fart in the Wind, right? Tell yourself that, and you'll be able to visualize, hey, it's just going to die down. It's making a loud noise. It's going to leave a bad taste in some people's mouths. It's just to get attention, but it will die down, and nobody will care the next day. Some people might still talk about it, but not in a good way. a fart in the wind. That's all social signaling is by narcissists. The third point that I want to make as far as maintaining your confidence and maintaining your authenticity, and this goes for any situation, whether you are around somebody who is putting off a fart in the wind or whatever, right? Be the opposite. This is the growing theme of the Royal We moving forward as we learn how to be the complete opposite of narcissistically abusive people. Be the opposite of them. So where they're being loud and trying to draw attention to themselves, you be the patient one. Be the one that's slow to speak. Instead of rushing off and trying to surround yourself with the important people of the group in order to try to look important, why don't you find the person who is more alone, the person who's not talking to anybody else? Make a real, genuine conversation with that person. Form a one-on-one connection. Show your empathy. Be empathetic. Be compassionate. Have real dialogue, not just these short, loud outbursts like narcissists do. Let narcissists do that. Let them be the farts in the wind while you be authentic to yourself. You want to build your authenticity and your confidence? Have one-on-one conversations with the people, not trying to be anything special. If you do these things, if you understand these three things that I told you, and based on the story that I had given you, you'll find that you're not going to care about the narcissist anymore. You're not going to care about their social signaling. You're going to have it in the right perspective. You're going to understand that it's nothing but a fart in the wind and nobody's going to care in the next day. Not only that, but you're going to maintain your authenticity by having a one-on-one genuine encounter with a person or with a couple different people. And in that, you're going to build your authenticity and your confidence. All right. Listen, my name is Kevin. I want to be a part of your healing journey. So visit www.jointheroyalwe.com where you can schedule one-on-one time with me. We could have a telephone consultation. We could have a FaceTime consultation or a text consultation. It's up to you. Again, www.jointheroyalwe.com where you can have one-on-one time with me. Every Monday night is Royal We Live Chat. This is where we come together as a community. We ask questions, answer questions, and you could even call in for free as long as you know that it is a live show. But ask your questions. And then also Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time is the all-new Royal We Fellowship. This is an exciting new way to study the Bible. It's like church without being in church, but it's unlike any church you've been a part of. We are going from the beginning. So if you get in now, you're at the ground floor. We're starting in Genesis, and we will go through every story until we get to the end, and we are applying the Bible to our understanding of narcissism and toxicity in this world. And this is why it's unlike any church or Bible study you've been a part of. So be sure to join that. Again, www.jointheroyalwe.com, and I'll be back with more videos right here on the Royal We.